How's it going, y'all? Rowdy Riles back with another video. First of all, happy Pride. And I wanted to talk about something really quick because it's always been a problem when it comes to toy and action figure and comic books, like intersecting and people thinking that queer people are invading that space, or queer people don't belong in that space, or any type of minority, not just queer people, but like Black people, Hispanic people, anybody who has been persecuted just for existing. They like to think that we shouldn't exist in comic book or action figure spaces or whatever. Like, speaking of r/Marvel Legends on Reddit, I posted a Pride video, or not a Pride video, a Pride picture of a bunch of characters, including some like Spider-Gwen, not because she's explicitly trans, but because in the movie Across the Spider-Verse, her character arc in the second one specifically is a trans allegory. She's talking about identity with her father coming out to him as Spider-Gwen or Ghost Spider. Then you have the trans Protect Trans Kids flag up in her room. And yes, her colors are pink and blue always, but specifically in that scene, everything is drenched in pink and blue. And it's not stating that Spider-Gwen herself is trans. It's just saying that, hey, we as the writers understand your struggle, and we are portraying this character's struggle in a way that's relatable to you. And people are like, oh, Spider-Gwen's not trans, blah, 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 and all this. And it's like, can you not understand intent in writing and all that stuff, or are you just too stupid? And I think it's willful ignorance. And then you get to like Venom, who is not a gay character. He's not a queer character, but in a sense, he's in an asexual relationship, an aromantic relationship with the symbiote, because they're together at all times. They depend on each other. Venom is literally inside him all of the time. And in the movies, it's even portrayed as kind of a bromance with like how they bicker like a couple and all that kind of stuff. So it's one of those things. It's like, I included Venom because we don't have enough representation in action figure forms. I included Gwenpool or Spider-Gwen because of that. And it's just a bunch of toxicity, a bunch of downvoting, a bunch of people like, oh, keyboard warrioring, snowflaking, all that kind of stuff. But it's Pride Month. So you know what? There's going to be a whole month of shit that these people don't like. And you know what? That's boohoo too freaking bad, because queer people are here. We've always existed. X-Men are a clear example of representation of any minority, not specifically queer people, but yes, that is represented by X-Men. But specifically, X-Men was created during the Civil Rights era, when Black people were struggling for basic human rights. And anyone who is calling X-Men woke now clearly has never read a damn comic book in their life, because I'm sorry, but the X-Men have always been woke. And if you're talking about woke, I don't think you even know what that means. We're only talking about this stuff because it's Pride Month. Because being woke doesn't mean that you're a snowflake, you're offended by everything, blah, blah, blah. And by the way, if you're using snowflake and you are on the other side of this, I hate to tell you, but Fight Club is where that word came from. And Fight Club was written by a gay man who is anti-capitalist and very much probably doesn't like you. So snowflake is not your word. That's our word, snowflakes. So yeah, like, this is our month. Queer people exist. X-Men are woke. Comics are woke. Captain America was punching the Fuhrer in the face. And then Marvel editorial got death threats from people like these people that we have today. Oh no, I've had the square on my face the whole time. I don't know if I can, oh well, that's what happens. But it's not infuriating. It's more funny than anything that posting a picture with a couple of characters that you wouldn't perceive as any sort of queer, which they kind of are in a way, depending on who's writing them, depending on the situation, depending on how the relationship is portrayed at the moment. Look up aromantic if you don't know what it means. It's about two people live together, partners, do everything together, all that, but there's no sexual, there's like asexual. There's asexual means you don't have any like sexual interaction. You don't seek that out or anything like that. And aromantic means that you're cool with just chilling. You don't need the touchy-feely stuff. You don't need romance and any of that stuff, but you're around and you're needed. And that's how it is with Eddie and Venom. So no, they're not gay, because I didn't know Eddie was gay. I'm not calling Eddie gay. And someone told me that Mystique was not non-binary or pansexual or gender fluid. And it's like, my guy, Mystique is literally Nightcrawler's deadbeat father. She can literally change her genetics down to a chromosomal level and conceive life that way, the other way. So don't be telling me you know shit about comics if you don't know shit about comics, because I know more than you. But yeah, I had to get that off my chest. It's Pride Month. It's day 2 of Pride. So if this is at all not up your alley, I don't know what you're expecting, because this is my content, my community, and all that stuff would expect this kind of video from me. So if you're seeing this and you're just like, what the hell? Bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. But with all that being said, smash like, hit subscribe. Happy Pride Month. Comic books are for queers and everyone. Like, subscribe, enter my giveaways, do all that stuff. I love you. I will see you next time. Happy Pride, and bye-bye.